Okay, here I'm going to explain to you about the linear inequalities. Linear inequalities is similar with a linear equation. Okay, it is similar with a linear equation. So, example, now let me write an equation for you. Y equals to 2x minus with 5. Okay, this is a linear equation. But the linear inequalities, they will replace this sign, either equals to sign, with more than, less than, more or equals to, or less and equals to. Okay, so now I'm going to explain all this sign in this next slide here. Okay, here number 1, I'm going to show you x more than 3. This means, in this sign it means more than. Okay, it is a more than. So now the x values here will be x is equals to 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. Okay, now number 2, x is more than or equals to 3. So here will be more than or equals to. Okay, here will be more than or equals to. So your x value can be starting with 3, 4, 5 and so on. Okay, now number 3, I'm going to do x less than 3. So here I just write it down, less than. Okay, this is the meaning of the sign. So x here will be equals to 2, 1, 0, -1 and so on. Okay, now number 4, the last sign that we are going to learn, it will be less than or equals to the number here. Okay, less than or equals to. So here you have x is equals to, it can be 3, starting with 3, then you reduce it, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2 and so on. Okay, so now I'm going to draw. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to draw a number line. Okay, so this one we call it as a number line. Okay, now for example, okay, now for the first one, x more than 3. So we just have to put a circle here and an arrow which is more than 3. Okay, second one, which is x more than or equals to 3, we have to shade the circle. Okay, remember, if you have a more than and equals to, so we have to shade the circle. Okay, same thing goes to here. When we have less than 3, we can put a circle, you don't have to shade it, and then put the arrow in the opposite side. Okay, now we have less than or equals to sign, right? So in this circle, don't forget, we have to shade this and we have to follow the direction. Okay, this is called as a number line. Okay, now we have a range of x values where the x is less than 3 and more or equals to -2. So what we can do here, we have to put a circle at the 3. Okay, and then this is equals to less than sign. Alright, and then we have to put another circle and we shade here because you have the sign more than or equals to. Okay, and then we have to draw a straight line here with the arrow. Okay, this is showing the number line for this range. Okay, now I'm going to show you solving inequalities in a one variable. So there is a 3 questions here. So I'm going to show you one by one. So it is similar with the linear equation. Okay, now we have a negative 5 here. We move to the opposite side. So it will become 4 plus with 5. So x will be in the range of more than 9. So this is the first for the answer for the first question. And here will be 4 minus with 5. So x will be more than negative 1. Okay, so there is no change. Okay, if you notice here, there is no change of this sign. It is the same. There is no change. Okay, now I'm going to do the last question here. So here will be 4 plus with 5, and here is a negative x. So negative x will be more than 9. Okay, but we have to remove this negative sign to the opposite side. So what happens is, when the negative sign moves to the opposite sides in terms of multiply or divide, alright? So remember, when the negative moves there, you will have to change the sign direction. Okay, now I'll be doing a few questions involving this changing of the sign. Okay. Okay, so this is the example of these 2 questions. So now step 1, this 5 will be moving there. Okay, so you remain the sign direction. So 5 multiply with 2, you'll be getting that 10. 7 minus 2x. Okay, then the positive 7 will move to the opposite side, will become minus. So remember, positive and negative direction moving does not affect the direction of this sign. So we have the negative 2x remaining. Okay, now we solve this. So we'll be getting the 3. Okay, now we are going to move this negative 2. Okay, we are going to move this negative 2 to the opposite side. And since we have a negative here, so what happens is, you will have to change the direction of the sign to become from less to more than. Okay, so here we have negative 3 over 2. Okay, so this is your answer here. Okay, now for question number 2, 3 will be moved to the opposite side to become multiply. Alright, so we have to put a bracket. 3 bracket 3 minus 3x, close the bracket, and we write down this numerator up here. So you got 8 minus 2x. Okay, and then we solve the inside the bracket. So we got there 9 minus 9x, and here's the 8 minus 2x. Okay, then we gather the x and the numbers. So now we have there 9 minus 8. Okay, then we have negative 2x plus with 9x. So we will have here 1, and here we will have the 7x. So here you'll be getting there 1 over 7. And you have noticed here that there is no change of the sign, since there is no multiplication or division with negative numbers. Okay, so I hope you can understand this. But I'll be giving you another two more questions to make you understand. Okay, now for example, for this question, we have a negative 2. We are going to divide this. Okay, we have a negative number here. So we have to change the sign. 7 over negative 2. So this is your answer. Okay, we have to change the sign. Now for this question, we gather the x term. So the 9x will move here to become a negative 9x. Here will be negative 5 plus with 7. Alright, so here we have negative 12x, and here we have 2. The negative 12, when they move to the opposite side, so we have to change the sign. So this one is, we cannot use this. So we cannot use this. So we have to change the sign to the opposite direction. 2 over negative 12. This is your x. Or we can simply make it as a negative 1 over 6. Okay, so this is the answer. So I hope you can understand the meaning of inequalities, and it is anything, the calculation involving inequalities. All right.